Lucas Live. My name is with you guys today for another great show. We are going to be talking to some of the coordinators, coaches, and those involved with the 2023 Stark County Alumni Basketball Game taking place this Saturday at the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys don't want to miss this great event. It is happening this week. We are excited. We've been promoting it here for the last few weeks, talking to you guys about it. It is this Saturday, April 29th from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. There's a guys game, a girls game, there's cheerleaders, there's dancing. Betty Smith and Richmond are going to be there. I'm giving away all the stuff. Right? I'm going to let the people come on and tell y'all what's going on and what you guys can expect. A lot of times in our area, for people from around here, we want to welcome you. We want to thank you guys for your love and support here of Lucas Live. And we want you guys to know sometimes we say there's not enough going on in our community, not enough going on in the area. Well, we got stuff going on in the area and we want to support it. We want to get out there and have some fun. Some players that maybe you haven't seen play in a while going to get on. We'll see how they're feeling out there. I don't know if they're going to have to, you get some massages, get the Bengay, get the Icy Hot. They're going to have Icy Hot commercials like Shaq did when he retired. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But we're going to make it happen. We are excited. Thank you guys for jumping on. I see my cousin Christina. Thank you for jumping on already, saying hello. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and share the broadcast. You guys share the broadcast. If you're watching live or by replay, make sure you share the broadcast. Go to Lucas Live Media. Check us out. Every time I go to do this, just so y'all know for real, I forget how to share. Like every time I'm sitting here talking to y'all, I'm like, how do I share it? I don't remember, but I remember today. All right. So I'm going to just type in, check out the show. Also, if you want to tag people, you could tag people. If you're on Facebook, you could say @so-and-so, join us. And you could do that as many times as you want. You could keep telling people to come on and support the show and check it out. So we thank you guys for being here. Christina, thank you for jumping on here from YouTube. We appreciate it. Thank you for your support. We got some great guests here today. You guys are going to see Kareem Marie, my beautiful wife. Thank you for being here. She is in there. She threw the basketballs in there. See, she's creative. She know how to use this technology. Appreciate it. What's going on? Shamar. What's up, Shamar? Shamar is a star. Shamar, I always say that. Shamar, what's going on? Good to see you, Shamar. Always glad to have you here. Looking lovely as always. I mean, it's just your picture, but you do look lovely. You know what I mean? It's okay. So glad you are here. Thank you for checking this out. We got more to come, Shamar. We got to talk. We got to talk. We got to talk to my people. We got things to do. I got more guests to line up. Every time I see Shamar, I remember I need to have her on my show. And I'm going to do that. We're going to do that soon. So listen, everybody, we're going to talk today again about the 2023 Stark County Alumni All-Star Game. There's going to be some stars out there. Even the coaches are stars. See, even the coaches, they players in their own right. They could be out there. I'm not sure why they're not out there. Some of them are going to be on here. I'm going to have to ask them, like, what are they doing? Why are they not out there? What's happening? They should be out there playing the game still. I don't know, but they'll be coaching. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. This year, it is taking place at the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse, which is a big deal. The iconic Fieldhouse. We had Coach Spoon on a few weeks ago. Shout out to Coach Sean Witherspoon, who is taking over as the head coach of the Canton McKinley Varsity Boys Basketball Team. We are excited about that. That's going to be a lot of fun. We got so much going on. We are going to have so much else. Somebody just... What's up? Shamar said she done officially signed with the Kardashian brand. Shamar, what's going on? You gotta have to tell us more about this. We're gonna have to have you on. People throwing stuff in the comments like that. You don't know what's going on. Like, okay, she's signing with the Kardashians and stuff. All right, we're gonna talk to you about it one day. I see you guys talking in the chat. If you guys are here live in the chat, feel free to talk to each other as well. I will put some of the comments on the screen. I won't put them all up there, but feel free to interact with each other while you guys watch the show and check out these great guests. To our guests hopefully are in the background, make sure they're sharing this broadcast to their social media pages. They may not want to do it because they're like, I'm gonna get kicked out of the thing. If you can, to our guests who are in the green room, they're backstage, you guys share it to your social media pages by going to Lucas Live Media, and we're gonna get this thing started. We want to shout out our sponsor today. We have a great sponsor. I want to thank our sponsor, the Beauty Spot. The Beauty Spot. Shout out to the Beauty Spot. Shout out to the Beauty Spot. The Beauty Spot is Canton's premier beauty spot here. The place you go for all your hair and beauty needs. It is downtown on Fifth Street, downtown Canton, Ohio. We want you guys to check out the beauty spot. We want to thank them for being sponsors of our show. They're going to be also sponsoring prom, which is coming up on May 6th, Saturday, May 6th. So the following week, after this week, where we're going to have this All-Star game, the next week is Canton McKinley's prom. So you guys are going to see the young people come check us out on the red carpet. We'll be doing live interviews, having so much fun, checking out their fashion, talking to them about that great night and their plans for the seniors. We'll be talking about their plans beyond high school. So we are going to have a great time. Shout out. Yeah, come on with the sponsorships, right? Shamar, you know what I'm saying? Come on, we got sponsors out here, right? They out there putting their money behind us, supporting what we're doing. So we want to thank them. And to all our former sponsors and all our future sponsors, we want to thank you guys for your love and support here of Lucas Live. We really appreciate you guys for all of that. We are going to get started. We started a little bit late today, so I'm not going to take too long with the intro. So I'm going to bring on these great guests. These are people who I've known most of them for a long, long time, but they are former. I don't want to say some of them are former athletes because I'm sure they can still do some stuff. So I don't want to say former. One is somebody who's been heavily involved in cheerleading and some other things. They have a lot going on. We are going to talk to our guests now. I want to welcome to the show our wonderful panel of guests. Let's give them a round of applause. Welcome to the show, everybody. So glad to have you guys. Atira, Kiana, Jamie. We are back at it. We did this last year around this time. We came on and we talked about the first time you guys were kicking this off. Atira, how's it feel to be coming back with the second Stark County Alumni All-Star Game? This is the first All-Star Game. Last year was a little different. Talk to us about it. How does it feel?
First and foremost, thank you for having us on your show. You, the Lucas Live family, we are beyond grateful to be here today to celebrate in this wonderful second time back. Again, it started off last year with this small vision. We wanted to do a big rivalry to where then it went after the game. We surveyed the public, and the public said, all right, now you got to make sure that you add everybody. And so we said that the mission was to help others. We wanted to make sure that we are supporting the entire Stark County. So when we talked about it, I talked to my girls down there, Kiana and Jamie, and we were like, all right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make this like we thought about Space Jam. We're going to make this an all-star alumni basketball game for everyone, open to everyone. And when we say everyone, everyone is a part of this game this year. We have people from Canton, Massillon, Canton South, Glen Oak, Perry, Lake. It's so many that are around our Stark County who are traveling back home just to be a part of this wonderful event. So when God provides a vision, it's our duty to be obedient. And look how much bigger and better it is this year. And so we're very excited to be in the building. We're very blessed to have the location that we're having, even though the rivalry, but it's bigger than that, and it's bigger than us. And so we are very excited to have so many awesome professionals and players and awesome vendors who will be in the building, and just everyone in the community joining hands. And that's exactly what it's about.
I love it. I love it. I mean, so well said. You have been putting in work for this. This is a vision and a dream you had for some time. Again, you made it happen last year. I don't know how somebody pulls something like this off and pulls it together. These things aren't easy to get people back out to people. It sounds good, but it doesn't always work. So it's really cool that you were able to do it. I love the vision. I love that it's continued to grow and thrive. Kiana, Jamie, you guys have been involved. This is your second year. Kiana, why is this something that you wanted to be involved in once again?
It's just important, bringing the community together, doing something for the kids to come out and see some of the legends, some of the players that have come before them, and it's just fun to bring the community out.
I love it. I love it. Jamie, what about you? Why get involved again? You know, you got other stuff to do. You got Lakers games to watch and stuff. They need to be clinching here soon. You're going to be up late tomorrow night, watching the Lakers win. So talk why continue to be involved in this? Why was it important to you?
Just to piggyback off what Kiana said, I love the community. Atira, anytime she called me, she can count on me for whatever. I love the game of basketball still, even though I don't play it. So this is a great opportunity to be involved in this.
I love it. I love it. Thank you guys so much for being here. So, Atira, this has been. It's not always easy to put together something like this. So, talk to us about. And you don't even live in Stark County anymore, and you don't live in Summit County either. You don't live in Mahoning County or Lucas County either. You don't live in Ohio, but you have been working this thing from afar 2 years in a row, pulling things together. Last year, I remember you said you wanted to get into the field house. And this year you called and said, "Hey, I got the field house. What we gonna do? We gonna make this thing happen or not? You coming?" So talk to me about the work it took in the background for you to put this together.
Well, first and foremost, everything is ordained and I believe it's destined and it's on not our time, but his. And first and foremost, I couldn't have done this without the entire team. And when I say entire team, I first want to give honor to Mr. Tony Baker and his team, Mr. Ron. He was on, and unfortunately, hopefully, he'll be back before the end of the show. When I tell you, he came as a vendor, and he has been heaven sent since. These young ladies right here, when I say these are my day ones, have my back, all of them, including, and there's so many more we're going to name here shortly, who have just believed in the vision, the mission, and the purpose. We love to have fun. We love to laugh. We love to just engage, and we just love. We want that I call it that old thing back. How we used to grow up, wouldn't see what Stark County used to be. We all have been athletes. We all have been rivalries, but at the end of the day, we're still family. We're still friends, and we want what's best for our county and definitely to inspire our students. So that way, our generation, so we are able to do the work that in our and the purpose for what we're called to do.
I love it. I mean, this is bigger than basketball. I hear, and that's something I hear as a familiar theme. I keep having this conversation about supporting our young people on and off the court instead of in the court, right? Like we see things go wrong and we see their names in the paper, not in the sports section, but we see their name in the paper in the, they got arrested. There's some problem. We're hearing about it. And we always say there needs to be more. There needs to be change. There needs to be police reform. There needs to be a lot of stuff. And maybe those things are true, but we gotta give them something to do. We gotta give people something to do. So you guys giving them even an event like this to say, even as you grow up and even as you go out to do all the various things that you do, there's still an opportunity to come back to this community. And people who've even left this community are still coming back to put on great events like this to love and support you and show you something else to do rather than being in the streets. So I love that. I think that's so important. And Kiana, you are, I don't know if your living room always looks like that. And I don't know if that's always the shirt you wear, but I know you are a big supporter of mayoral candidate Thomas West. Talk to us about that. Why do you got the Thomas West stuff going on here today? Talk to us about that.
We're just a couple of days from the big election. May 2nd is actually one of the biggest elections that the city of Canton will have for a while now. It's a mayoral election. We have a chance to put somebody in the office that actually wants to make change and that will actually work for the people instead of crowd the streets with just more police and make empty promises that they could have done in their years as city council president as well as in their years as majority leader. So out with the empty promises and in with someone who can actually bring about social justice and social change in our city as well as in our wards and our neighborhood.
I love it. I love it. To everybody out there watching, there's so much opportunity right now in every community, and to make a difference, and to get out there and get active and to support the positive things and positive people who are making a positive difference in our communities. Atira, coming back to Ohio, what? First of all, you tell the people where you live now, and tell the people why it's worth it to you to come all the way back to Canton, Ohio. You're a Maslin person, right? You're a Watch it. I'm not holding it against you. You see, I said it with a straight face. I said it like it was a sickness. You're a Maslin person, aren't you? Are you okay? Okay, no, it's okay. I love y'all. You're a Maslin person. You have that. But anyway, so you're a Maslin, Washington graduate. But even coming back to Stark County to do something like this, why in the world would you do that? You know how much easier it would be for you to do something where you live, where you could meet with all the people every day and talk to them and stand face to face. Why come back here and do this?
First and foremost, leaving home was something that has always been instilled in me since I was a little girl. And so given that opportunity to leave and to come back and to bring instructional resources and tools to best support where I'm from speaks volumes. It is my duty and due diligence to make sure that I give back what was given to me through those giants in which I have always been a product of. And some of them are still there in the Stark County community who are still reaching out, still providing, still helping. And so what has been instilled in myself, these young ladies here, even the community of Charlotte is very diverse here. There's so much opportunity. However, it is great. I love where I live. Don't get me wrong. I love the weather. Unfortunately, it's raining today. But if I could give back and if I could just pick up the whole Stark County and put it here for one day,
Yeah, we'll
we
take
want
that.
to be able to see the world, right? See the world. Sometimes we want to see the world through social media and different opportunities. But when you're given the opportunity, I asked God one day, what can I do with all this opportunity that you've given me? And he told me it's time to give back. It's time to show them things that they've never seen. And that's why we come up with the name Something Different. It's time to do something different. I'm a firm believer that if we can continue to do the same things, we're going to continue to get the same results. And so, with understanding and hopeful, yes, this game is about your mental health, but coming together in unity, collaboration, building upon, not working against one another. I believe that will sets a sound foundation for change. And it's time. It's
Yeah.
time. So, listening to your shows, listening to others we all hear the same concerns, but I'm asking the question of what's the resolutions. And
Yeah.
so sometimes age brings different language barriers, I call it, as an educator. It's not that the children aren't listening, it's how we are delivering it. And sometimes the greatest delivery could be just sitting in a room and just watching. Okay. And so we don't want to bash our future. We want to embrace it. And so having our age or older is wisdom. We're the people now they're looking to for the wisdom. And so by just doing this small event, hopefully will bring change to not only Canton as a Macedonian steps onto your floor, but to the entire community, great and small, because it makes a difference. And it starts, I remember one thing that Cyrus Harper told me a long time ago when we were younger. He said, we can't do anything if we don't start with our families. We don't start with our friends. We are human. We all gonna make mistakes, whether it's good or bad. By the end of the day, we all got to die the same. So titles, all of that is highly respected, but it's time out. If we really want change, we got to be the change that they want to see.
That's absolutely true. I love that idea. We do have to start with our families. We have to start with our friends. We have to start with our communities. We can look out at the world at large and say, "Oh, there's so much wrong with the world, and the world is going crazy." And it's like, no, we're going crazy. Our families are going crazy. Our children are going like it's happening. We see it in our own homes, and we be like, "Don't tell nobody what's going on in here," right? And then we go out there, and it's magnified outside. It's a lot of dysfunction. Things aren't functioning in the flow that was planned for this world, right? And so it doesn't change by us saying the whole world needs to change. No, it changes by me first saying I got to change. Then it's me and my family saying we're going to change. Then it's me and my friends saying we're going to change. Then it's our community saying we're going to change. And then it's people like you all who are putting together things to create opportunities for people to come out and dream bigger. Because somebody out there is dreaming of putting together some type of event and they're like, it's not possible. The city won't support it. There's no way I can get in the field house. There's no way people will do. Everybody says what can't happen. And to those who say what can't happen, it never happens. And to those who say it can happen, I believe it can happen. I always think anything is possible. I'm like,
Absolutely.
we can do anything we want to do. I don't think there's anybody who can stop me from anything. And with that mindset, we do accomplish the things we set out to do. This is such an important thing for us to be thinking about. Jamie, when you think about the game of basketball, let's get to the game of basketball itself.
Okay.
How does basketball work to connect people? Talk to us about that. You're an athlete, former athlete. You keep telling us you don't play at all. Anyway, I don't know. You be doing something. You be like shooting into the trash can. Something. You be doing something. So former athlete, family of athletes and coaches. You grew up around the game. You grew up around sports in general. Talk to us about the power and ability for sports to connect people together.
First thing they teach you in basketball is there's no I in team, right?
Yeah.
So basketball helps you unify and come together as a group to achieve one common goal. So, basketball is a community and it's a family. You try to be family with the team. You can't have no bickering argument amongst the team because you're not going to succeed. So it's all a family sport, and you got to love each other and treat each other as family to get the goal accomplished.
Uh, I love it. Now you're one of the coaches for the black team, if I'm not mistaken, one of the coaches. So what is it like coaching? I mean, what are you thinking? Y'all gonna go out there and press them all day? I mean, what is it like to get to coach something like this? And all everybody just laughing on the sideline. Y'all gonna have a little strategy, Jamie? What you and Kiana are gonna be coaching together?
Me and Keanu been coaching for a while. We used to coach middle school and everything like that. It's always going to be some type of strategy involved.
Okay.
I can't give y'all all the secrets on here.
The other team asked me to ask. Okay, I tried it. So, all right, don't give them all the secrets. I love it. Kiana, for you, the game of basketball, player, coach, referee, you're just around basketball. I always tell people, people talk about men's and women's basketball, right? And they try to compare what's different. It's different. I mean, certainly there's a lot of things when it comes to pay and equality and some of those things, but you were somebody who I grew up, you go to the court and you're like, oh, it's a girl up here playing, man. I'll be like, y'all better stop playing with her. Like, y'all don't think y'all know who y'all playing with. Like, if you be like first pick, they be like, you be like, you picking her? I'm like, yeah, we picking her. Forget y'all. They can't let y'all play like her. So, talk to us about basketball for you. What was it like? Just tell us about why you love the game so much and why you're still so involved.
The game just came natural. I think the man above, he just gave me a natural God-given talent. So I've always had a love for the game, just the community, the family. I could go to any court. Growing up, I was the only girl playing a lot of times, and I played with the guys. I could go to the mini park. I could go to 9th Street Park. I could go to anywhere, and I was always welcomed on the basketball court. So it's always been about community, about family. It didn't matter what side of town you came from. When you stepped on the basketball court, everybody came together. Everybody was a team. And so that's where basketball was for me. It was team, it was family, it was unifying people. And so whether I was coaching, whether I was playing or officiating, I officiate all levels of basketball right now. Enjoy children's basketball. Enjoy watching these young upcoming stars. Enjoy watching your son play. So it's just community and family, honestly.
I love it. I love it. That's such a great point. It brings people together from all parts of town, all communities, whatever. You get out on the court and you just have fun. Of course, there's some days with some pushing and shoving. Of course, there's some days with some arguments out there when you're out there just on the courts. But it's a place where really we get to. It's good for our health, our mental wellness. It's just so good all the way around. And I remember years ago. I don't know if you guys remember in Canton when they took the hoops down from the schools. The schools all used to have full courts outside, and then they said, "Oh, it's too many people congregating." And it was like they could be doing much worse stuff than running games of basketball. Like we need more courts, we need more parks. So as you work with Thomas West, if he becomes the mayor, make sure we get more hoops up around town, more places for people to go play, and keep doing this thing and keep it going. Okay, so Atira, so. All right, talk to us a little bit. We need some more information here. What's going on? I hear you got some sponsors. Do we want to start there? Or you want to talk to us about the teams? Give us some more information about what we can. I mean, not sponsors. You got vendors. You got vendors that are going to be there.
We do. And so before we do that, we want to just basically say, we want to give a shout out to our host. I'll be taking the back. I'll just be doing the management in the back, enjoying the game and making sure everybody is giving them that, bringing that Southern hospitality to the courts. But shout out to Frankel Jamerson and Miss Stacy Morgan. They will be leading the game this year. And shout out to our vendors. The Church Podcast merchandise will be sold. That was under Tony Baker, and it will also be a live streamed. And so you will follow him as well. Shout out to our the Common Quest Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Social Support. They will be there in the building as well. Stark County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery. National Alliance of Mental Health will also be there. A huge thank you and shout out to Miss Sierra Smith of Divine Visions. She is the creator and designer of our logos. All the way to Charlotte, North Carolina, we represent Miss Marianne Lear. We Got the Spirit, and also one of our vendors for t-shirts. So you'll see their logos on all of our all-stars this weekend. Shout out to the oil lady, Miss Terry Snell. She'll be her business is Sovereign Aromas, designer fragrance body oils. We have Miss Lakeisha Davis, Keisha's Creations. We shout out to my family, Maurice Clark, Faith to Fit. He's ready to get y'all fit, get your minds right. Shout out to another family member, Miss Tiana Gilmer. She will be there with a 360, 808 photography. We have Miss Tiffany B. You need to check out all her decorations. She goes by Balloon Queen Blow and Glow. We have Torrance Marbury, Art Daddy Creations will be there for the kids. We also have EJ Burton. She'll be there giving first aid CPR. So also awesome opportunity.
Wait. She gonna be giving first aid CPR to people?
She'll be giving her opportunity.
Okay, I was like, what? Like, lay down. We gonna do CPR on you. Okay. All right. Nobody's gonna be okay. She's gonna be teaching people, or she gonna be talking about first aid and CPR. Okay, I had to check. So I had to slow you down. And he's like, y'all go see her. She gonna give you CPR.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't want Kiana and Jamie to pass out or nothing. So yes.
Right. Okay. In case somebody pass out.
Yes, we'll be on the ones and twos. We'll be Red Cup Committee, DJs, DJ Panic, and Bluetooth Music. Eastwood Films will be in the building. So we are very, very excited about those wonderful, wonderful vendors. We have some honorable mentions who will also be in the building. Come check them out and their team. Thomas West will be giving out and his team will be there giving out awards and hopefully a vendor. We have Vincent Watts and his team will be in the building. We have Amari Dudley and family. Her husband is so unique. Her husband is playing in the Mr. Jamil Dudley will be playing, and she will be actually giving out awards. So we get to hear all in her bio all the great things she'll be doing. We have head coach Danielle Williams, our cheer coach. She will be in the building giving the community some great upcoming events and some things to celebrate. We thank you. So behind the scenes, sometimes people don't want to say much, but and do a whole lot. And so we want to also thank Ms. Gail Gamble. We have a lot of volunteers who are also behind the scenes working, supporting, make sure we have vendors to make sure this is a great event. And to the entire Stark County community who has been sharing our advertisements, Facebook Living me or texting just to make sure the information was correct, recruiting both players and vendors, reaching out to the podcast and myself just to see how we can they can be a part of this event. Because again, we say thank you because without you, there is no us. And let's not forget, you're hungry, right? So shout out to, we are so excited to have Sisters of Soul will be there. Bringing that great, serving that good old soul food. We have awesome. So while you're eating your soul food, go ahead and check out at the performances. We have some live great performances. Now that's my arena right there.
Okay.
We have Miss Betty Smith, one of the veterans in the game. She'll be bringing the drum line. So please come on out and support those babies. They will be during the men's halftime show. Mr. Rick Minifield, Sisters of Soul, will also be in the building. We're so excited to have them. They will be during the women's game from 12 to 2 during the halftime. And then all the way from Akron, Ohio, we are so excited to have Born to Dance 330. They will be in the building as well. So again, cost for the tickets are $10 right now. You can go to any of our social media platforms, Lucas Live Show, and I'm sure he's great at posting it. So thanks, Luke. But $10 right now. If you have a baby that's 3 or under, it's free. And at the door,
what if your baby is 5 but short? You know what I'm saying? You're like, my baby 3. Act like you 3, just like we do at the buffet. Tell them you 3. Okay, we ain't gonna do that. Don't be trying to steal. Y'all get y'all 4 and 5-year-olds. Pay for them $10 tickets. Y'all stop. Okay, all right. You know, you be like, do your 3-year-old got a mustache? They be like, yes. just stop.
Absolutely.
All right.
But we do want it for safety and security for all spectators and participants. There will be no re-entry, just for the safety and crowd control. But we're very excited. We come with nothing but love. And we're very excited to embrace the community, see everybody's smiling face. And we just want you to have a great and grand time and get your money's worth.
I love it. I love it. I love it. While we talking about sponsors, I didn't mean to throw that all up over y'all like that, but I want to shout out our sponsor here, the Beauty Spot, sponsoring uh, this Lucas Live Media. We want to thank them as well as our former and future sponsors. We got some real great things coming up. Thank you to all the vendors who are going to be at this great event. You guys get your tickets. Shout out to our producer Amanda Jean Dukes just threw the ticket link on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook, check that out. Maybe she can jump over on YouTube, throw it out there too. Amanda, if you get a minute to do that. Either way, though, like Atira said, reach out to one of us and we can get you the information. Or did you say are tickets available at the door as well?
They are, but they are
Okay.
$15 at the door. We will accept cash and card.
Okay.
So yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Awesome. So cash, $15 at the door for your 5, 6, 3-year-olds, for your 3-year-old, 4 and over.
Three and under. Three and
Three and
under.
under get free. 3 and under getting free. So y'all gonna be all right. So everybody 4 and over, $15 at the door. That's not too bad either. But if you buy tickets in advance, it's $10. The field house is huge. We can fill it up. There's plenty of space. There's gonna be some great vendors. I heard you said it's gonna be some food. It's gonna be some all kinds of stuff happening there. People are gonna be getting CPR, everything. I'm excited. I'm excited about this great event this weekend. You guys check it out. We got you're in Canton at the field house, and right now we got the CFL in right there at the field playing this weekend and last weekend. There's a lot of big things going on. How did you get the field house? Like, how do you go about? You don't have to give us all the details, but that's kind of a big deal to be able to hold an event that's not. This isn't a Canton City Schools thing. This isn't any. This was somebody. You're in Charlotte, North Carolina, 99% of the time, and you're coming back to do this. How did you go about making something that seems so impossible possible? What was your process?
First, you have to believe. First, you have to make the vision clear. You have to give it to God. And then on the second note of that, you got to build these relationships. You got to make sure and shout out to Canton City Schools, Mr. Bogdan. He's been awesome. Last year we were supposed to have it at the McKinley Field House, and with reconstruction happened. And so we said, okay, soon it was over. I said, all right, if it's available, can we still get it again next year? He's been so diligent. He's been working so well with all of us, and we're more than humbled to have him. And we thank the entire Kansas City for allowing us to even believe in us to have this event. And so again, this is about really being passionate about what you love to do. It is. It truly is. And just to say, it doesn't matter where you've been. It doesn't matter where you are right now. It's all about where you're going. Mm-hmm. And so when you give it all to the man above and truly believe in what you want to believe and stand and walk in your purpose, everything else, like you told us a long time ago, Lucas, hey, you walk in your dream, right? So right. Let what God is giving you to give to others, and let it just shine and have fun doing it. So
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm so proud of you for persevering and making this work and pushing through. You continue to keep a good attitude no matter what's going on. Things are going right, things are going wrong. You're patient. You were trying to connect with me. I've been traveling all over the world, and but you're so patient. And when we get together, you're like, hey, thank you for whatever you can do. And I think that spirit and that attitude makes people want to work with you. It's like, she's not demanding something. She's asking for those to help and support who can. She's understanding if they can't. And then she's willing to do what she needs to do to make it happen and invest in those places. So shout out to you, Atira, for doing that. Kiana, we got to hear about some of these teams. You got to talk to us about who's playing the game. People watching, they're like, who's playing? I want to come see who play. Alumni, who is it exactly is coming out to play in this game? Kiana, you have your roster, I believe, at least for the ladies black team. Is that right? You got the ladies black team. Talk to us about who you're coaching, who we can expect out there.
Yeah, we got the ladies black team. I'm going to be the head coach. Jamie, she's going to be our assistant coach. For our starting five, we're going to bring back Bianca Hooten from McKinley. We're going to bring Heather Phillips. She came from Glen Oak. We got Capri Needham, Molly Weasel, Brittany Toole, another McKinley alumni. Michaelia Parks is going to come off the bench for us. Courtney Toole. We got Jaylene Coley and Jordan Idanza. They're going to come on and they're going to sub in for us, and we're going to have a good time. We got a nice team. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I love it. I love it. Another round of applause, everybody. We're going to celebrate. We got it going. They're going to be out here having a good time. We're going to have some fun. Wonderful ladies on that side of it. Atira, can you give us who's going to be on the other side? We got a couple other great coaches on the other side of the ladies and some other great players. Talk to us about who we can expect out there on the
Okay.
white team.
All right. Well, we have some awesome coaches. Unfortunately, they're right now doing great things in the community or being at work. So we got to give them a huge shout out and a great thank you. We have for our white team, women's team, we have our head coach, Miss Tammy Pierce Williams. And then we have for our assistant coach, our last year's MVP, Miss Evelyn and Hall of Famer, Miss Evelyn Williams. She
Did
will
she
be in
play
the
last year?
She played last year.
Evelyn,
Um,
she played. She was the MVP.
she was the MVP.
I
She
didn't know
was.
that.
Yes,
Okay.
and so we try to make it fair. We step away from that. We let the coaches and the team make those decisions because we
Mhm.
want to make sure that it's fair across the board and fun. But it was rightfully deserved and well honored. We're so glad to have her
I thought
back.
you was gonna say it was well oiled. I was like, wait a minute. It was well deserved and well oiled. I said, hold up, she wasn't oiled. All right, it was well deserved. She put it in time. We get it. We get it. Y'all didn't know we had a lot of fun before the show started. Just so y'all know who are watching. Stuff wasn't going right, but we were having the most fun. So shout out to y'all for making this fun. That's how I know Saturday
Yes,
is going to be so much fun because no matter what happens, we're gonna keep laughing and
yes.
having a good time. So Evelyn's coaching. Go ahead, continue with the white team. Okay, she's coaching.
Okay.
Uh
And
huh.
then we have now Kiana, correct me if I'm saying it wrong because I've got them all. They're all on one roster for me. But we do have Miss. Give me one second,
You
guys.
can put them
Jamie.
glasses on, girl. If you don't put
Jamie.
them glasses on, she over there like, wait a minute. Hold on,
Yo,
there you go. Get them specs. Stop playing. Okay. Yep. She's gonna
we
be over
got
there just
Jamie.
her eyes was
Yeah,
gonna be strained. All right.
we got Jamie Lee Thompson, Miss Rosalind Craig Clark, and what's so special about her? She's bringing her daughter Desiree Clark
Mm.
to play. So this is a legacy of generation coming to play this year. We have Michaela, the Pierce twins, and Kaylee, Miss Susie Ledgers. We have Tamaya Red Riley Redvine, and excuse me if I say your names wrong. We have Lindsay Beccarucci. We have, and then I believe, let me make sure, let me scroll up. Let me put my glasses on, y'all. Let me put my glasses
Get
on.
them. That's all right.
Um, Jaylene, did you say Jaylene? And we also
Yep,
have
Jelly.
that's yeah, Jay Lee. I'm sorry, they're all mixed in. I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anybody. And I believe that is it for our young ladies, our women. And so, representing our gentlemen for this year, we have head coach Mario Edwards and Angelo Edwards. And keep in mind that all these go back from, these players are from all the way from 1975. When I started doing the
Mm.
rosters, I was like, wow, 1975 all the way through 2019. So this will be a
Wow.
very, very interesting game. So please come out and support very much. My legs ain't moving half the way from track. So yes, please come support. I'm
She
very,
said it's
very
gonna be a very interesting game. She said it like some of them. I don't know how they still out there. I don't know what they
hey,
doing,
they
but they
moving, they're moving. They moved real well last year. So don't sleep on no age.
all right, all
Um,
right.
we have CJ Smith. We have Angela Edwards as the assistant coach, Khalil Batiste, Nick Blackman, JT Taylor, Andre Patisse,
JT
Keyshawn Walker.
playing.
JT is in the building for year
Wait a
two. So we're
minute.
excited.
Okay, I'm gonna have to come see my man Jack Taylor. Okay, I didn't know. I
Yes.
didn't know. All right.
Yes. We have Jamil Dudley, Jalen Kurtzky, and then representing our, and that was the white team, I believe. That was the white, no, excuse me, that was the black team.
Okay.
Representing the white team, we have head coach Corey. Unfortunately, he was here too
Uh huh.
with technical difficulties. And his assistant will be Cyrus Harper from the Greatest
Shout out to
Cafe.
shout out to the Greatness Cafe and
We have
Cyrus
Jordan.
Sar.
Yep, we have Jordan Stock in the building. We have Demir Benson in the building as well. And I hopefully I did not miss anyone. If I did, please charge it to my glasses and not to my heart.
Ah!
Um, but we
I
are so
promise you.
excited. We are. I mean, it's so many names. There's so many great people doing great things behind the scene. Like I cannot stress the words enough. It is a we, it cannot be an I. And to make this all go together, it was a lot of huge moving pieces, but being understanding and being in a lot of obstacles everyone has overcome just to get to this weekend. So huge shout out to them for making it still happen. So we
Yes.
appreciate each and every one of you. Stark County community, we cannot wait to see you. They're very excited. I'm excited. And so I know Kiana and Jamie's excited. I know Mr. Tony Baker and Ron is excited. So, just to be able to come in unity and love and really do something that we all love and have fun, music going, eating popcorn, laughing, and enjoying the show. I think this will be a great opportunity. And your hosts, Franco and Miss Stacy, I think they'll
They're
give
gonna
you a
bring a
show.
lot of energy and a lot of fun too. Yes.
They were very highly recommended to come back. The public
Yes.
loved them last year. So I know they're going to be times two this year, especially in the field house. So we
Oh,
look
for
forward to
sure.
seeing each and every one of you.
Shout out to them. Shout out to Franco and Stacy. Franco was just on the show the other day. Shout out to him. Had a chance. I ran into him yesterday. He's always out there serving his community, serving these young people, doing great work in the community. That's what this is all about. Lucas Live Media is about education, motivation, liberation. We're trying to teach you something. We're trying to motivate you to do something. We're trying to set you free so you can go be your best self. So you can do all the great things that you were educated to do and motivated to do. So it's a pleasure to have great episodes like this today to support great causes like this. Franco is in the comments. He in the building. That's what I'm talking about. He everywhere. He probably had a practice somewhere too. He probably cooking dinner or something. He probably doing a bunch of stuff all at the same time. Shout out to
Yes.
Franco. Thank you for being a guest on the show. Thank you for all you're doing here. I gotta come check y'all out, man. I gotta make it work this weekend. I
Yes.
just really have to. So y'all, I'm gonna tell them I'm 3. So when I walk in, if they don't let me in, I'm gonna be calling you like I'm out here. You said I could get here. So we're gonna come and check y'all out. This is an exciting event. I'm excited to sit back and just enjoy something like this in a place that I know and love in the field house. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Kiana, one more question for you. What's it like? What have you coached in the field house before?
Actually,
You've
I assisted and helped with McKinley for a while after I got out, so I've gotten a chance to coach a little bit in the field house. I haven't been in the field house as a head coach yet.
So it's kind of special, right? You
Absolutely.
played in the field house, you've refed in the field house, right? You've been out there refing games, and now you're coaching in the field. What do you think? What do you think is the importance of it being somewhere like the Camp Memorial Fieldhouse? How special is that?
I think it's very important. When you think of the field house, you think of basketball. Coming out of McKinley, coming out of the field house, we produce a lot of NBA stars. Got a couple WNBA stars. One of them actually played on my team last year. Amaris
Yep.
Austin came and played with us last
Shout out
year.
to her.
So she was trying to get back to play with us again this year. If she decides to get back in time, she'll at least be in the building. So we might see her out there this year. But it's big. When you think of a field house, you think of basketball, and I heard that they might be tearing it down soon. So getting as many games and keeping it as special as we can while we can is very important.
That's a big deal. You know, it's fascinating because they just recently did some renovations. So if you guys haven't been there, they got the big NBA. Maybe it's not as big as the NBA, but they got the big scoreboard in the middle. They've done some other renovations, some really cool things in there. If you haven't been there in a while, come check it out. It still has that older historic feel in the hallways and all of that. But it's a wonderful, wonderful venue. And who knows what's coming with Canton City Schools and NFL and all this. We know a lot is going on. So like you said, who knows how many more years, how many more times there's going to be to play in such a special place like the field house. So that is super, super exciting. Any last words as we wrap this up? It's time for the NFL draft, ladies and gentlemen. It is almost that time. So all our sports fans out there, we promise not to keep you guys past this time. For those of you watching by replay, we thank you guys for your love and support. We know we get a lot of replay views. We thank you guys for checking out the show and supporting. Make sure you come check out this Saturday, April 29th, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse. Tickets are on sale right now for just $10. We will reach out to one of us if you want to get those tickets in advance, or you can purchase them at the door. They'll be $15. Children 3 and under will get in for free. There's going to be food. There's going to be fun. There's going to be dancing. There's going to be music. There's going to be so much going on this weekend. You don't want to miss it. Atira, take us home. Tell us one more time why we should come to this event.
Because if you believe it, you can achieve it. You can reach it. The treasure is in you. And that was given by Miss Brenda Robinson years ago. And obviously that treasure is now came true. So we'll see you there.
I love it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate having you. To our wonderful guests. Ladies and gentlemen, that was another episode of Lucas Live. You guys make sure you stay tuned for more. We have more to come. One more time, shout out to our sponsor, The Beauty Spot. We want to thank them for their love and support. You can check them out down on 5th Street, Canton, Ohio. You know what? Let me shout out our sponsor. Let me shout them out right. You know what I mean? It's like a right way to do it. You know, our sponsor right now is really helping continue to make this thing go. It's Canton's #1 store for all your hair and beauty needs at 132 5th Street, Northwest Canton, Ohio, 44702. Check them out as prom comes. We have prom coming, Canton McKinley's prom. We will be down there on the red carpet. I can't wait. I'll be hosting. I'll be all dressed up, ready to talk to the young people. And we want our young people, to check out the Beauty Spot to get ready before they go. We want the family and friends to go check them out as well. They got some great things going on down there, some great specials, some great sales. So you guys make sure you check them out and don't miss this weekend's events. You don't want to say, oh, I heard about it. I heard that so-and-so dunked on so-and-so from back in the day. You don't want to miss it. You want to be there. So we'll see you guys this Saturday, April 29th, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Camp Memorial Fieldhouse. Everybody